My friend told me she loves me 4 weeks before her wedding, but do they love them back? That is the question. Hi guys, we are officially in, can you see plants? We are officially in my new hometown of Windsor film studio setup. I'm no longer sitting on a bed, which is so freaking nice because my back was broken filming for hours trying to sit on that bed. So this is it. It's so cute. Very different vibes than the Toronto studio, but here we are. This story was first posted January 3rd, 2024. My 35 male friend Bree, 35 female, just told me she loves me 4 weeks before her marriage, and I am not sure what I am supposed to do here. Tell no one and run away. That's what I do with my problems. I want to know if I'm doing the right thing. To give some context, I lost my wife 2 years ago. No. Okay, great. I'm gonna cry. I have a 5-year-old daughter. I've not dated in the last 2 years because I have major trauma from losing my wife. I still love her a lot and I don't think I'm ready to move on. I invested all of my time in my daughter, who looks exactly like her mother, and my work to keep my sanity for the last 2 years. I have been friends with Bree since we were in elementary school. We lived in the same neighborhood growing up and we were best friends. She is an awesome person and we were inseparable growing up. The weirdest part was we had completely different personalities. She was very outgoing and always had a lot of friends. I am a big introvert and Bree, along with a few friends, was all I needed. Bree was a serial dater and I don't remember any time since middle school since she was single. Bree and I never dated though. Bree and I also went to the same college. She never had a stable boyfriend, but just jumped from one relationship to another. I, on the other hand, did not date seriously until I was in junior year. We fell for each other and spent all our time with each other. This strained my relationships with Bree, as I would generally hang out with my wife instead of her. That was the time that Bree and I slowly started drifting apart. I keep talking with my hands, and I forget that you guys can now see my hands in this new setup. Oopsie, you're gonna see me move my hands a lot. Let me try to keep them down. After college, I moved to a different town for my job, and Bree and I occasionally messaged each other, but nothing beyond that. Bree attended my wedding, and that was the last time I saw her. We kept in touch, but mostly by commenting on each other's pictures or keeping each other updated on significant life events. Bree did reach out to me when my wife passed away, and we talked on a phone call. Last year, Bree and her fiance moved to my city. I was still grieving and both have been amazing support for me and my daughter. My daughter loves dancing and Bree helped me enroll her in dancing and gymnastics classes and sometimes takes her to them. I also became good friends with her fiance, who is indeed an incredibly good man. My daughter also loves Auntie Bree and Bree sometimes helps me babysit. Last week, Bree came to my house and asked if we could talk. Her tone sounded serious. She told me that over the last few months, she feels like she has started to develop feelings for me and is not sure anymore if she wants to go ahead with the wedding. So this is more than just a crush. This is like, I might not get married and maybe we should get married. Wild. She felt I also had started developing feelings for her. I told her that I am not ready for any relationship before I can even deal with my mental health, for which I go to therapy regularly. She tried to convince me that she loved me and that we are soulmates, and she felt that we were meant to be together. However, I do not have the same feelings for her. I love her as a friend, but nothing beyond that.
Oh, that's so awkward.
We are both emotional, but she said she was glad that we talked about this. She left after that. Bree called me that night and told me not to talk about our conversation to anyone. I thought a lot about it and decided that I would not tell her fiance about B and my conversation from last week. I feel it's their relationship and I do not have the right to ruin their moment if Bree decides to go ahead with the wedding. However, I feel guilty that her fiance does not know anything about this and is going into a marriage where Bree might not be fully ready for it. Ready or like just doesn't want it? Can you guys give suggestions on what I should do in this case? Am I wrong for not telling her fiance about our conversation? No, she's wrong for not telling her fiance about the conversation. But But let's check out some top comments because I'm curious where other people are at on this. Someone commented, I would tread carefully. Bree has some commitment issues and she pops this on you as she's getting ready to make the biggest commitment of her life. She may have true feelings for you. She may just be scared and think she has feelings for you. Protect your heart. That's interesting. Yeah, see, I've never been married, but maybe did you guys have like nerves or cold feet? Did you love somebody else? Like, I don't know, now that I'm saying it out loud. That perspective, I can understand being nervous. It's a big life commitment and a big change, but to actually tell someone you have feelings for them, I think that's different. Thankfully, we have some updates. The first one came 1 month later on January 30th. The last month has been crazy and my whole world has turned upside down. After Bree told me that she loved me, I told her that I was still not ready to move on as I still miss my wife. She said she understood and I did not hear from her or Jason, the fiance, for a few days. The guilt was killing me as I was not sure if I should tell Jason about what she told me. Thanks to everyone who commented on the post. It helped me think the situation through. I finally called Bree after a few days and I asked her to meet me for lunch. I talked to her and I asked her if she was going ahead with her wedding. She broke down and told me that she was not sure. I told her that she should at least talk to Jason regarding her feelings and not be dishonest with him. I also assured her that I would not say anything to him, but I just wanted her to be happy. She said she understood and she left. That night, I put my daughter to sleep and I was watching TV. Around 9:30 p.m., I heard a loud knock on my door and it was Jason. I opened the door and he was in tears. He started yelling at me and asking why I had to steal Bree out of all the people.
Did she blame this on you?
Did she try to twist this around before you had a chance? I tried to calm him down, but he just kept on shouting. I was trying to get him to sit down on our bench or our porch. I told him my daughter was sleeping upstairs, but he slowly was getting more and more physical. He punched me in the face, and I was able to push him off. I told him to get out of my house, and he sat in his truck and drove away. Thanks, Bree. Thanks. I immediately called Bree, and she was crying and did not sound well on the phone. She had told Jason that she could not marry him because she had feelings for me. Okay, so maybe she was honest and Jason just turned it around in his head and blamed the man instead. I was really scared for her after the physical altercation with Jason, and I told her to gather some clothes and get out of the house. She did that and she came to my place. I just didn't feel she was safe with Jason. I consoled her for almost 2 hours and I was able to get her to sleep. The next morning, we had to call her parents to let them know about what had happened. Bree kept a brave face, but I could see how much she was hurting. Her parents asked her to take a few days off and immediately come back home, and she did take a flight that evening to go back home. Over the next 2 weeks, the wedding was called off. Bree and I were talking every day and she was just very exhausted. She talked to Jason a few times and kept on asking her to take more time to think. However, I think Bree just wanted to get out of it and decided to just break it off with Jason. Currently, Bree is staying with us for the last 2 weeks. She still has a job here and started going back to work last week. I have talked to Bree in detail about what happened. Bree told me that Jason and her were dating on and off for the last 4 years. Jason is not very career-oriented and Bree is very good at her job. She felt that he was a nice and reliable person, but was unsure about him from the start. She felt that she was not getting any younger and hence they decided to get married. When she heard about my wife passing away, she just felt really bad and wanted to be around to comfort me. When she got her big promotion, which meant that she could work in corporate office, she immediately chose my city and moved here. Girl was in love with you.
Okay, all right.
Got it. Jason also moved here and got a new job. She never had any romantic feelings for me back then. I don't know if I believe that. As she started hanging out with my daughter and me, she started feeling the bond that we shared when we were growing up. Except I was the broken one and she was taking care of me. She said that she realized she was enjoying her time with us more than her time with Jason. She realized she had made a big mistake with Jason and what she wanted was right in front of her. Hence, she slowly started thinking about me in that way and finally told me about it. She knew her relationship with Jason was over the moment that she confessed it to me. It's a crappy situation, but I am glad that she realized that before getting married versus after. As for Jason, I feel bad for him. He is moving back to our hometown, closer to his family. He is currently in their apartment and will move sometime next month. I know a lot of you would be curious if we were dating. We are not dating. I don't think I can date anyone right now, and neither should Bree. She's my best friend, and I am happy that she's staying with us and plans to be here until everything is sorted out. My daughter loves having Auntie Bree around too, so that's a bonus. Plus, it's really nice to see her slowly get back to normal. Raise your hand in the comments if we think that Bree and he are going to date by the end of the story, because we have more updates. I'm actually kind of torn. It depends on his healing for his wife. He's just shut off from seeing anybody in that way. Of course, understandably so. But maybe if enough time goes by, he heals from his grief. No, I'm so torn. I can't vote, so you guys vote. Let's check out some of the comments now. What are people saying? Someone commented, I'm glad you aren't getting involved with Bree. She needs to figure herself out and you don't need that drama. It kind of seems like she was looking for a way out of her relationship with fiance and might have confused the need to escape with feelings for you. Interesting. Next comment. I think your friend Bree already had doubts and used you as a means to getting out of the relationship. Okay. Kind of messed up that she dragged you into her mess. Just make sure you are setting firm boundaries with her so that you don't get sucked into more of that drama. OOP wrote back to this saying, to be honest, I also thought the same. I think she just needed a reason since she was never really committed to the relationship and I was right there. We never discussed her telling me she loved me once since she moved in with us. Next comment. I know you didn't deserve to be punched, but for Jason, you, his friend, was the one who stole her, so I can't blame him. I'd honestly not be this supportive of her. It cannot do her any good in the long term to still be living this fantasy life with you. No matter how much you tell her on some level, she's going to believe that you will change your mind. That 2 weeks is going to stretch on. You're not exactly proving Jason wrong from his point of view, are you? You are living together. Okay, might be a fair perspective. OOP wrote, I never thought Jason was capable of punching anyone. He's a very soft-spoken guy. But that night he looked scary and out for blood. I understand what you are saying. However, she's a very old friend and it's frankly very sad seeing what she just went through. I am sure she will slowly get back to normal and needs a friend right now on her side. I mean, I'm with the comment on that one. If she actually is in love with you, you are painting like family life, living together, waking up to like in the same house. Like she's in the fantasy a little bit here. Next comment. What did she just go through? She jerked him around for years and made him follow the person he thought was his partner to be next to her recently single old friend she had feelings for. She's not the effing victim here because the guy she effed over in 100 ways is pissed off. Dang, going for the throat. OOP wrote back, my daughter really loves having her around and I also do not want her to lose Bree. I've thought about the pros and cons and I feel I am happy that she's staying with us at this point. Maybe they do end up together. Let's hydrate before we get to the next update. Grab your beverage of choice. Plain old water in my cup. Cheers. Drink some water today, everybody. Also, I need to wash my hair. Who's surprised here? Not me. The next update, oh my gosh, that's a while. We were in January in the last update. We're now in November 8th. I think the story was picked up by some popular YouTube channels. Hey, not mine, you guys, obviously. And people have been messaging me to find out what happened afterward. I wanted to maintain our privacy, especially since many of our family members saw the video and recognized my post. They didn't know that Jason had assaulted me and I had to assure everyone that we were safe and okay. I'm feeling particularly happy this week, so I thought I would share an update. Here it is, baby. Are they together or not? Ooh. Finally, the reason Broom moved in, Broom? Did I just say Broom? Did I say Bree or did I say Broom? I'm not gonna know because I can't rewind this. Broom, Broom, Broom. Firstly, the reason Bree moved in with us while Jason was still in town was because I had a temporary restraining order against him. Bree also filed for one, but was denied as he had never directly threatened her safety. She said that she felt secure with us because of the restraining order, and I agreed. Jason didn't cause any issues after that, though he continued texting Bree, asking her to work on their relationship. Eventually, he moved back to our hometown in February, and we haven't heard from him since. Bree got her own apartment once Jason left town, but she remained very much part of our daily lives. I enjoyed having her around, and my daughter loves her. In April, Bree brought up the idea of us dating again. I explained that I wasn't over my wife's death, and I didn't want to be unfair to her because I still love my late wife deeply. Oh, you guys. Like, that literally makes me tear up immediately. Immediately. That is the kind of love we all want. My heart. I'm so sad for him. Bree told me she knew that she could never replace my wife, nor did she want to. She shared a beautiful analogy. She said, "My heart is like a big pot. It holds a lot of love for my late wife, but it also made room for more love when my daughter was born. Loving her wouldn't erase my love for my wife or my daughter. It would simply mean there's more room in my heart than I realized." Oh my gosh, are they gonna get together? It took a month to think it over, talking to my mom and mother-in-law, my late wife's mom, who both encouraged me to give a relationship with Bree a chance. We officially started dating in May, and it has been surprising how quickly we fell in love. I think the strong foundation of our friendship helped a lot. The last 6 months have been amazing, and I've never seen my daughter so happy. She's a big chatterbox now and insists that Bree comes to all her school events and recitals. Sometimes I feel a little bit jealous of their bond and even a bit left out of their little chats. Girl time. The reason I am writing this update is because I'm planning to propose to Bree this Christmas. Oh, we're so happy for him. It's not a surprise proposal. We went engagement ring shopping last weekend and finalized the ring. We also have wedding plans for next summer. I know it seems quick, but I can't imagine spending the rest of my life with anyone else. Bree deserves to officially be part of my family. My daughter is thrilled, and she and Bree are already shopping for dresses for the engagement photo shoot. Our families couldn't be happier, and we plan to get engaged at a small gathering of family and friends over Christmas weekend in our hometown. I know some people judged me for taking Bree in after she left Jason, and others judged her for leaving him at the altar. Life isn't easy, trust me, and things don't always go as planned, but I'm grateful Bree found the courage to tell me how she felt back then. So I guess Jason had a right to be upset because in the end, some would say you technically stole her from him. Like, you guys ended up together, so not looking good from that perspective. Don't think it was handled right by Bree either, if I'm being honest. I'm only thinking about this man and the fact that he has found love again after losing his beautiful, lovely wife. Let's see where people are at now in the story. Are people gonna be pissed? Maybe. Someone wrote, "This was such a weird chain of events. Yeesh, she left a man at the altar and then made him out to be a villain while living with the man she left him at the altar for. I feel a bit bad for Jason." I can understand that. OOP wrote back saying, "Oh my God, there's another update. I thought that was the end of the story. Oh my gosh, okay, hold on. I gotta read the comment." OOP wrote back, "It was such a crazy time, 4 weeks before the wedding. I know the right thing should have been the right thing to do. However, I am also glad she did not go through with the wedding when her heart was not at the right place. I feel bad for Jason too, but I think it's better for him that it happened instead of learning about it after getting married." We have an update, guys. This is a new update. Oh my gosh. Final update, August 14th, 2025. Let's see where they're at. I wrote my first post almost 2 years ago, which seems crazy now, and I could have never imagined how things would turn out. Many of you messaged me for an update, so I am writing a short update. Bree and I got engaged last December. I know that my love for my late wife would never go away, but I felt it was the right thing to do for Bree and also for my daughter. I proposed to Bree at our old high school ground where we would often hang out when we were younger. precious. There was a lot of drama that unfolded after our engagement. Jason had already moved back home and told everyone made-up stories about how Bree cheated on him and ruined his life, and how I played the victim after he kicked my ass. His words. I lost a lot of old friends in the process, but some of our friends were willing to give us the benefit of the doubt. Luckily, our families know me well enough to know that I would not have an affair with Bree before she broke off her engagement. I think the news of our engagement did not sit well with Jason.
Yeah, and that's understandable, I think.
Especially because Jason saw you as a friend and was around you a lot. Of course he's gonna be like, and y'all ended up together? And she called off our wedding because she had feelings for you. Doesn't look good. Things got ugly when Jason tried to break into Bree's house to talk to her, but luckily me and her brother were there and called the cops. He still thinks we were sleeping together before Bree broke off the engagement. I know a lot of you guys warned me that Bree was planning on being with me the entire time and moved to my town specifically to be with me. Yep. I talked to her about this and we had a discussion about what exactly happened. She told me that marrying Jason never felt right and maybe she just subconsciously wanted to be around me because I've always been honest about guys that she dated in the past. Let's say that she had a type growing up and she just wanted me to tell her to not marry Jason. However, she told me that she only started developing feelings for me after she met me. I also do not agree with the theory that she moved to my town to be with me, as we had not met each other in person for many years prior, and it would be crazy to make such a big life change just on a whim. Our relationship is far from perfect, but something that works for both of us. Bree lost her job after we got engaged and helped me look after our daughter during the last few months. My daughter loves her too, and they have a great bond. I have a good job, so Bree decided to take a break for wedding planning and looking after our daughter full time. I'm glad for her decision, as my daughter will get to have a full-time parent in the house, something I was not able to provide because of my work. On top of the good news, we got married around a month ago. And as many of you had predicted, Bree did not run away and we had a wonderful ceremony. I wanted a small wedding, but Bree and her parents wanted to invite a bunch of people and we ended up having a really nice wedding. Right now, we just came back from our honeymoon and we are getting ready for my daughter's school year. I know many of you misunderstand Bree, but she has been nothing but a blessing in my life. I thank God every day for sending her into our life, as she has made our life beautiful. I'm intrigued because I feel I can see every single perspective on this. Yes, Jason has every right to be angry and sad and heartbroken from that situation. It doesn't look good on Bree's end either. Doesn't look good on your end either. But somehow, we might be a little happy for them and him for finding love again. It's a lot, guys. This could be a Lifetime movie. You heard it here first. Let me know your thoughts and feelings. I'll see you in the comment section. Stay classy out there. Stay sassy. Bye.